This week's Parasha is Parashat Devarim. In this week's 2-minute discussion, we are going to discuss an introduction or a framework in which to view the Sefer of Devarim. Rav Hirsch explains that often Devarim is looked at as repetition, but this is not the case, for certain things are repeated and certain things are not, and certain things are completely new. Rav Hirsch gives us a principle, two principles, in which to view this Sefer. One, the change of location. Two, the spiritual change of circumstances. What I mean by this is, if we take the location of the desert in the land of Canaan, certain things became relevant that weren't relevant before. Idol worship. To a certain extent, they were isolated in the desert, and it was irrelevant. It was discussed, of course, but not to the same extent. In the land of Canaan, a place steeped in paganistic, polytheistic ideas, warnings and protection against idol worship became relevant. And second of all, the spiritual circumstances. Things like charity, paying wages, were not relevant in the desert, for they were provided for by God. But in the transition to the land of Canaan, this became relevant. When working the land became relevant, by paying a worker a wage became relevant. Poor people and social responsibilities became relevant, that were not relevant in the desert. Marriage, the legal or financial responsibilities of a husband to his family, were not relevant in the desert, for everybody was provided for. But in the land, where they were under more of a natural framework, this became relevant. So to recap, our 2 points. One of location change from desert to the land of Canaan, and two, the spiritual change from being under God's direct divine providence to a more natural state of being. Thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful Shabbos.